Okay. A little housekeeping at the top of the hour real quick. I am getting calls, at least 5 a day, about the Silver Connect card. Yes, you need to renew the Silver Connect card every year. All right? CONNECT, Connect card. It's the QMB, Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program, for those of you that have it. Do you deal with the Silver Connect card at Beacon Falls Pharmacy?
I'm fairly certain we take that. I don't think there's anything we don't take.
It's the $2.60 drug.
Absolutely.
And $6.50 through the state.
Yes, we take that on a regular basis. I see those all the time.
Right. Okay, so anyone out there that has questions regarding your QMB, if you want to make sure it's still currently active, the phone number for the Department of Social Services that you can call on the QMB is 1-877-485-6777. We have a caller on line 1 who's been patiently waiting. Thank you for calling. How can we help you?
Hey, Mike, it's Ferris from Fairfield. I have a question about the health of my ears.
First of all, you're a genius. I heard you last week on Larry Rifkin discussing the Homeland Security building. You know your stuff. You are definitely not a fly-by-night. You had the details. You knew the location. First of all, I don't know if we should be telling the location to our enemies, but, I mean, you had so much knowledge. You clearly are an intelligent human being, and you've done your homework in life. You really are.
Well, I appreciate that. It's not so much intelligence as it is becoming informed. Your colleague there, Tom Hill, asked a question one day, how much of our time should we be spending to becoming informed? And I told him that because we've been uninformed for the past 40 years, we're going to have to play catch-up and donate as much as 50 to 60% of our disposable time. That's net of obligations and commitments and work, et cetera.
Right.
Becoming informed. But thanks for pointing that out, Mike. My question today has to do with the health of my ears. That is, I don't know if I heard correctly. I was walking through. We have a room dedicated to WATR, which is on all the time in this one room.
Smart.
And I was walking through, and I thought I heard the gentleman say that the Malloy administration, which consists of Michael Lawler and Andrew McDonald of Stanford, he didn't say that, I said that, was responsible for directing purchases of meds by the thousands and thousands of state employees, most of whom are worthless and duty-less.
Let's not cause a riot here. This isn't a political show. This is a Medicare and You show. Come on.
You said I'm informed and I'm going to maintain that responsibility.
But just don't get crazy.
People do nothing but make life difficult for you. But it seems to me, if I heard that and my ears are operating well, that is typical of what's happening in Washington. In other words, is Malloy and the people who control Malloy, which are Andrew McDonald of Stanford and Daniel Malloy of and Michael Lawler of Branford, are they the same kind of despots and tyrants that we have in the White House? In other words, he's sending this business out of state, taking it out of the coffers of our in-state pharmacies.
Where are you going with this? Are you getting to a prescription question?
Yes, here's my question. My question is, did I hear this correctly from your guest? Did he say that all these, what did he say, millions and millions of dollars are being spent out of state?
All right, tread lightly, Bob. Don't get too political.
Well,
and did we get a hearing?
Basically, state employees are now required to get their maintenance medications through mail order. The mail order company for the state is CVS Caremark. And as such, when the folks that used to do business with me, I've probably lost about 80 good customers, now can't come and get their maintenance meds from me anymore. They've got to get them through the mail from CVS Caremark. And that is basically taking revenue out of a local business and directing it to a much larger business that's based in Rhode Island.
All right. Now, that's a fact, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's all we can say. Ferris, I actually do look up to you. I think you're extremely intelligent. We can't go political here. This is 100% for advice on medical here. Thanks for calling. I will talk to you in 2 weeks. I appreciate your time, bud. All right. First of all, I don't knock the guy. He's extremely intelligent. As long as it's a fact and as long as it's pertinent to the show, I'll listen. I just don't want to become a politician. I am not. I'm an insurance agent. I'm not an attorney. I don't give legal advice. That's my best friend's job. The one thing that happens is people have a microphone in front of them and they think they're a know-it-all on everything. You know what I know? Insurance, and that's it. So let me stick to my topics. All right, prescriptions. We've exhausted that. One thing I'm going to plug is how do people, which many people at my seminars have asked, in Naugatuck, at the Cocoa Key, at Middlebury, and by the way, again, thank you very much for letting me speak over there. You gave me great coverage in the Republican American. You called me a healthcare specialist, and you called me Reagan. I don't mind either one. Michael Reagan, as long as you're buying from me, it doesn't matter. All right, most importantly, how do people give you and your wife a list of their prescriptions and find out if Beacon Falls Pharmacy can save them money?
Very simple. Either stop in at the pharmacy at 20 North Main Street or call us on the phone, 203-729-4567. We answer the phones ourselves. We don't have machines picking up the phones. You'll talk directly to me or to my wife, Marion, or to Amanda, who is our technician. If you call on a Wednesday, you'll get Linda. It's my wife's one day off. So call in, give us the names of the drugs. We will get you prices on them. We'll take care of you.
Okay, and my good friend Barbara Davitt came to see me during a commercial break, and she also said some of the people Beacon Falls Pharmacy can't reach in Waterbury here because it's a little out of your range. They would obviously call Bunker Hill Pharmacy, Stoll's, Della Petra, which are quality small pharmacies. If the administration for the municipalities is taking away mail-order drug, let's say something. Say something to Salim Najim. Say something to Senator Rob Kane. Let's try to actually stop the money from going out of the state of Connecticut and put, if 80 clients, that's a fortune, by the way. It wasn't 8. 80 is if I lost 80 groups, I'd be in serious trouble. And I'm sure they miss you, actually, because you've got a great disposition. I actually got your wife first, and she said, oh, let me put Bob on the phone. He would handle this question when I called to ask for you to be a guest. Well, 80 people, staggering.
It takes a long time to make 80 new customers. And to have someone who wants to do business with you be told that, no, you're not allowed to decide where you spend your money.
How did you not get picked as one of the vendors?
Well, that's not as simple as that. It's the CVS Caremark is the state's prescription drug carrier.
I know that.
They mandate where you're going to go, and they mandate that you're going to go to them.
All right, now another topic that comes up all the time. What about the Express Scripts situation? How's that being handled?
The merger?
Correct.
Well, Express Scripts was just given permission to merge with Medco, to basically acquire Medco.
Nice and slow, because this is like super early knowledge.
It should have very little impact on the customers other than to reduce their choice.
Is that the reason that the pharmacy with a W in front of their name, is that why they pulled out of Express Scripts?
Express Scripts is one of the poorest reimbursing insurances out there.
Okay, people, you understand that. On every $100, they're reimbursing about $73, I think.
Well, I don't know the exact numbers. I just know that, as an example, when Express bought Blue Cross a little over 2 years ago, I watched the average profit on a generic drug drop from somewhere in the $12.50 range to $4.70. That's the average profit on a generic, and that's what happened when Express bought Blue Cross.
Right.
That is devastating.
Remember, that's not Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. That's their script division.
That's correct.
Correct.
Right. And what's happening here is really a lot of the problems are boiling down to the insurance companies on all of the healthcare problems in this country. You see, every pharmacy is being paid less every year for the drugs. Every doctor is being reimbursed less. Every hospital is being reimbursed less. Yet at the same time, the costs for the insurance, the premiums, are going up.
Sky high.
And you're seeing record profits year after year and record increases in profit year after year on every one of these big insurance companies.
Cigna stock rose 4%. WellPoint is up. United Health Group is up.
I think Aetna was in the paper yesterday that they're profit was up 12% over last year.
And that's with a new logo rollout, because tonight I'm going to be at the Biz to Biz Expo, and I don't have my new logo. That new logo is, remember how they changed their font? It cost like almost $1 billion just to change their font throughout the country. And they still are up quite a bit. So you need to talk to your legislators. You need to ask your doctor to find a generic for you. The scripts are running rampant. Producer Tom saying 45 seconds. Bob Bradley, you've done a fantastic job today. I wish nothing but the best for Beacon Falls Pharmacy. Buy local, please. Call up the pharmacy. Email them. Appreciate you listening. It's been a good show. It's Biz to Biz Expo tonight at the Cocoa Key for the Chamber of Commerce out there. Waterbury Regional Chamber. I think it starts at 5:30.